Hi, Rabbi Daniel Brenner here to talk about the third stage of young Jewish adults, the stage that happens between age 28 and 32. Now, there's a lot of research about when people finally get settled down, when people finally find that romantic partner who they're going to spend the rest of their life with. And it suggests that in every decade, the year of marriage gets a year higher. And so now, for most Americans are not getting married till about age 28. But in the Jewish community, because there are a lot of Jewish folks who are pursuing graduate school and other professional opportunities, in the Jewish community, the average age of marriage is now over 30. Some suggest that it's actually 31. So 28-year-olds, if you are getting married at 28, you're a little on the young side with your peers for getting married. But 28-year-olds are the ones who are finally deciding to move in together, to settle down together, and all of that. So what we see is a shift between all the other young adults where you have significant groups of folks who are not coupled or not living in couples. By the time you get to 28, a majority of young adults are coupled. And you have this huge number of young adults who are not coupled, but they're watching all of their friends who are coupled. And that creates its own psycho-spiritual, social reality. But I want to talk about this in terms of both of these populations because they're both really important populations for Jewish institutions that are looking to reach out to 28 to 32-year-olds. Now, I'll start with the couples because I think that's easier. Couples often socialize by being invited by other couples to something. And if you've identified a young adult couple in this category, 28 to 32, it's very likely that they will already be part of a small social network of other couples, and that small social network of other couples will be connected in turn to many other couples. So it's important to think that the events that you do are going to be geared towards couples and what that means exactly. Just a minor note, it's important to not assume heteronormativity in thinking about your events and with couples, because a lot of straight couples are friends with gay couples and they are coupley together, and that's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So you have these couples, and then you also have this minority group of 28 to 32-year-olds who are not yet coupled, who sometimes are totally cool with being with couples and sometimes want to be in a space where there's not an assumption of people being coupled or people living together and creating a home together. So it is important for that group to think about the ways in which you can create opportunities that are not about coupling at all. The things that work with that group most successfully are things that are outdoors, like hiking events and other outdoors events. Or if it's an indoor event, things that are like cooking classes and events in which it's something that one person can actually go to and feel like there's something to do there other than be pressured into socializing with someone else. Very important factor for that particular group. So the 28 to 32-year-old folks, those are the ones who are, for the most part, thinking about making a Jewish home together, particularly the couples. And making a Jewish home together is an incredible challenge. And it's a challenge that the Jewish community has a great resource in helping with. And there are two real resources. The first resource, and I can't emphasize this enough, are Jewish educators, rabbis and cantors and other teachers who can help people with the very real questions about what it means to create a Jewish home. And the second resource that is really important in the Jewish community for this age group is that folks are looking for a way to mark the cycle of Shabbat and to mark the cycle of the seasons and the holidays. 28 to 32-year-olds are often for the first time doing this outside of their family of origin. And that's a very important role that Jewish communities can play in the lives of 28 to 32-year-olds. So that's the third group, and now I'm going to move on to talking about some other issues in successfully reaching out to young Jewish adults.